Okay, guys, I think you can see my screen and you can hear my voice loud and clear. Just need confirmations. Anybody from your side, yes or no?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. And also you can see my screen, isn't it correct? All right.
Yes.
So, okay, thank you. Thank you. So this is the webinar that you can say or kind of session. It will be a hands-on
कि मुझे
session.
वो भी एक्सक्लूड करना है ना अभी फ्लोट भी चेंज करना है फिर
Please go mute,
अभी
guys.
मेरे को पहले तो सिग्नल के साथ 3 पेज का हो गया ना तो एसी एक
Okay, I mute it. So this webinar will be for maybe 45 minutes to 1 hour, and we will not try to discuss anything theory. Okay, it is more about the practical demonstrations that I'm going to do. I'll try so that you can also use this Kiro tool for your day in and out in terms of, let's say you are not developers, okay? But sometime what you need to do, you may need to build some of the prototype applications. So if we are not developers, then you cannot develop, right? It is absolutely okay. But what this kind of solutions or tool, which is called AI agentic AI built IDE or development tool, by which you just need to you need to give a prompt to this tool, and tool can build the applications automatically for you. Yes, I'm not saying that you don't need to know anything about the coding. You may have some of the coding concept. Okay, if you are from, let's say, development, not development background, or maybe you are from let's say database background for an example, or you are managing some technical thing in your company, for your company, or maybe you are the solutions architect, you don't know much about the coding stuff or something like that. Okay, so this Kiro is typically designed for non-tech people. I shouldn't say non-tech, I should say non-developers, okay, who can build the applications automatically using this tool. Okay, so that is the definitions. There are a lot of presentation slides, so I am not getting into that. Um, but here, this is the Kiro.dev. Okay, that is the link or website you need to browse. And first, you need to download this IDE. IDE, hope everybody knows. This is the interface by which you can build your application. So there's a lots of common IDE or popular IDE in market like Visual Studio and all stuff. This is the Kiro ID, okay, by which you can develop or build the applications. Okay. Um, Now the question is, this is only for the prototype applications, not the full-fledged, complex applications. The answer is yes. The developers, they can purchase this the full, I mean, there are different pricing that I will get into there. They can build using this tool, no problem. But it is typically Amazon or AWS built typically to create the prototype, and then eventually you can create a very large and complex application as well, no problem. So I've already installed the Kiro. So for you, you need to download the IDE, and it will automatically detect your operating systems, and you need to simply select your processor architecture, right? It's a Intel or Apple. I've already installed by using Intel, and it will look something like this. It looks something ghost, right? Here you can see my mouse cursor over here. I launch, and then another component which is CLI. Okay, so there are two different options there. IDE and CLI. What are the things you will achieve by CLI? What are the things you will achieve by IDE? That's something we'll discuss now. Apart from that, there's a web versions. Web is you don't need to install anything on local system. Okay, like this. It is completely browser based solutions, but I don't find a lot. I found a lot of unavailable features and functions there. So better you need to install this lightweight ID and then build. Okay, so once you download and install, it will be asking for you to log in by your sign up by your Google or GitHub. Okay. So you may use either of them, and then other couple of ways you have to sign up. I have logged in by Google, and then if I just open it, it is simply very straight. I mean, it from the look and feel perspective, this is exactly like we used to see any kind of ID like Visual Studio and all stuff. But what I'll do, I'll show you the power of this Kiro. Okay, this ID. So we have already built a couple of complex applications, but I'll just create a very simple application for you. You can create on your own as well. So for that, I'll create a folder on my desktop, or maybe the download, maybe the desktop. And let's say I need to create a folder called sample. Okay. All right. So now what I can do, if I just go to the Kiro and file and simply open the folder. Let's say I'm going to open my sample folder, because this is my project folder. Basically, you'll understand this is a project folder where all of my code base and everything will get created. Okay. And it will be something like this. Okay. And after some time, you will see there's an option called vibe and spec. So the vibe is, it is typically a prompt based option. Okay. Let's say you don't know anything about coding, but now all of a sudden you need to create create any applications or build any applications. Okay, so this vibe is simply just you type, I want to create a student admission applications where my my front end, it will be simply HTML, CSS, or my back end, it is PostgreSQL, something like that. Or let's say if you even don't know what is front end, what is back end, you can simply write the prompt, it will build an application for you. Okay, that is the vibe. Spec is more structured way. Okay, and this is something recommended. Like vibe means if you go for the vibes, after some time, quick, not after some time, maybe it might have a possibility for Kiro. It will forget all of the dependency, all of the logics. It might not recall, because for the application there are a lot of kind of relations, right? Different code base, etc. So vibe, it's okay, but if you are going to create a kind of semi complex sort of prompt based application, then vibe is still okay. But spec is more like you have to create a proper plan, requirements, design before your coding starts. You see. So this is also, we'll see that. Okay, maybe if time permits. Now, if I go to vibe and simply create build applications, maybe, or maybe build a student admission applications where student needs to fill up their details. Okay. And the admin can also see the which students, for an example, got registered or enrolled or admissions, whatever. Simple English. Huh? And then if I hit enter, you can see on the right hand side, Kiro has started working on that. So it is asking step by step process, like, okay, first is I want to create a dependency file. Let's say you don't know what is NPM. NPM is a dependency, right? It will automatically understand, automatically create a proper, language. Let's say you don't know Java, you don't know C++, Python, okay, Nginx. You don't know even what is the back end, front end, right? But it will create for you. Only you need to execute those commands one after another. So basically, it is saying, okay, this is the plan. I'm going to create a front end with two views. One is student registration form, one is admin dashboard. Student form with personal details, academic information, etc. Admin view showing all registered students. Pretty straightforward. And now from the technical side, it is a clean, modern UI with Tailwind CSS. Okay. So let's say I just execute the command. Okay. That is something anybody can do, right? They can accept this command. So now what is happening? This enter npm environment, those dependencies are getting created, and it will take some time, and then probably it will say, okay, this command may be waiting for input. I've already done. Yes, here we see that. Okay, this is the terminal, by the way. So, and now you see that step by step npx getting created. Install, start now. Yes. Or you see there's a working stage. Or should I create? Yes. Let's wait. State is working. Yeah. So now the second, I mean, this executed, and you see, like, is saying now, okay, you need to. So I missed some latest output shown. Maybe I can again execute that comment type out after this many of milliseconds. Okay. So it will come. Don't worry. And meanwhile, what I'll do, I'll come back here. There's another option like CLI. I said that CLI. Okay. The CLI is I've already installed, and if I just go and launch the one of the CLIs. So I have built a pretty straightforward security assessment solutions or security assessment tool using Kiro CLI. Okay. Um, just executed. So the Kiro CLI, for the Kiro CLI, what you need to do, you simply go and install the CLI. All you need to copy this CLI command, okay, and install inside your terminal. I use this machine, so I just install this terminal. So once this this Kiro CLI install, you can simply run the prompt, any kind of, let's say I want to build a AWS security assessment tool for AWS accounts for basic security gap or security check and gap. So I'm not going to do that exactly. I did that. So I've already installed. So what it will do, it will give you the step-by-step process. You have to execute this command, just hit run, and then that. Once done, then it will also create a MCP server for you. Now, question is, what is MCP server, right? The MCP full form is Model Context Protocol. So basically, MCP server will connect all of your sources. So here my sources is what? Let's say if I just type and show you MCP, I've already installed. So I use this AWS well-architected security MCP server. Okay. So how did I know that this is the MCP server I need to connect? So again, you can use this enter CLI and tell, okay, show me the right MCP server information. Sorry, MCP server information to build my assessment tool. So if you just hit enter, you see that it is thinking, and it will suggest, okay, this is the MCP server, which will help you to detect like any S3 related gaps, any ELB or VPC or API gateway related gaps, or some gaps. So even IAM management tool, audit security tool is very nice tool. And then you can say, okay, please create the MCP server, please create the MCP server. Okay, so that plain English, so that I can build my applications, something. So it will create the MCP server, and then it will again ask step by step, very plain English. They will ask, okay, just create the command, just something I showed you in the IDE. And once done, your tool will get ready. Okay, so exactly the same thing I followed. And I just ran this command called Python because I build by Python. You can also define like, okay, I want to build by Python or whatever you like, your favorite language, or even if you don't know, then just don't mention. It will automatically create the base language for you. Then Python AWS security review py.py. This is the script. This is the file. I just ran it. It's a free open source tool you can build for any app, any customer. Okay, definitely you need the AWS secret key and access key to connect your AWS environment. So that's something I did during this entire process. It will ask after some time that okay, you need to put the AWS credentials, etc. So when you executed this, it will come okay in the IAM sections. These are the parameters are failed. I don't have any root MFA enabled. I don't have any password policy set, or maybe I don't have any console user have a MFA. Similarly on S3, all buckets block public access. Maybe all buckets encrypted at rest. So plus is good, cross is bad. Then CloudTrail. So you see that 8 pass, 6 fail, and 14 checks, and you can build this tool absolutely free of cost for any customer for the first level assessment. You really don't need to install all the crawler tool or maybe all of the different third-party tool. You can build the third party on your own now. Make sense, guys? So I suggest that you can create this tool on your own, very easy. I can show you, probably a couple of steps now. Let's say now I don't know it will work or not, but I want to build a tool which will help me to assess my database and suggest if those database can be migrated to PostgreSQL from migrate to PostgreSQL from MS SQL. Very common these days, right? People are going actually from SQL to PostgreSQL migrations. So what will happen? It will not create because I don't have any MS SQL in my tool. So I want to build a tool which will help me to assess something, and it started working for you, right? Like schema analysis, and now it is asking want me to build this tool. I can write this Python script and connects to your MS SQL instance, analyze the schema, and produces a migration readiness report. Just confirm. Okay, I say or output format preference whether CLI, JSON, or HTML. I said yes. This much of thing anybody can do, right? Yes, no. And then it is asking, okay, MS SQL connections, local instance, Azure SQL, or AWS RDS. Let's say AWS EC2 this time. Okay, got it. Now it is asking MS SQL running on AWS EC2. Two more quick ones. Output format, do you need CLI or HTML? Let's say I want JSON, or maybe HTML would be better to understand, HTML. And run from where? Because I missed the second line. It is just like a human is communicating with you, right? And run from where? Your local Mac? Yes. I'll build it to run from your local Mac, connecting MS SQL to EC2 server for the network. Let me create this tool now. Now thinking. So it will definitely, you need to give the permission to connect your AWS, your MS SQL, database credentials, user ID, password, all things will come up. But you now got the idea how easy it is. Okay, and you can also use this tool to connect any MCP server. I already showed you, right? The MCP means, this MCP can connect to different sources. It can be databases, it can be some of the, security based practices MCP, it can be your Outlook inboxes, okay, and all stuff. Now you see, um, some of the print, it is there. Okay, it is I will build to run some. Okay, I think this is the script assessment tool. I'll build this run, and let me create the tool now. I'll create the following file. So it has already created this file and stored in access.python. Purpose MS SQL. So it has already created the tool. Now you understand. If you create this tool, then it would take a long time. So it is a Python code, and allow this action. Use T to trust, or the right tool for the session. So yes, I trust it. Okay. I'm not going to create this because I don't know, on the fly, I just thought, but you can create this. So now if I go back to the IDE and see if I miss something here. Okay, now it is asking, okay, I need to create the directory, okay, for the student admission app. So now you see on the left hand side, slowly the code base is getting written by Kiro. Okay, you can see now the JSON is getting created. Cool stuff, isn't it? So package JSONs and this much of JSONs without having any application or development knowledge, it is very difficult, right? So it is accepted means it is done. Now the next stage, it is working to build something more like some JavaScript. You see the JS, and also it is created. So you can also um, look at all of the different configurations here, the JavaScript, what sort of JSONs it has been written. Index.html, now it is getting created, your front end basically, correct? So this is your index.html. Then CSS is also part of your front end. So this tool can be integrated with anything. Let's say it's a Visual Studio VS Code, right? And underneath, these entire things are getting written. So now it is an actual admission context.js file. So meanwhile, I'll just show you some of the other options of the Kiro. So if you are from the development background, this is not new for you. So here you will see there's a here you see these settings options, right? Typically for any ID that we see, like profile settings, if you go to settings options, you see all of the settings, like you can go for, let's say, auto save options, then for that different text font, cursor, right? It is a pretty straightforward in terms of if you can relate with any ID, if you have worked before, workbench. So these are all settings you can do. You can create profile. Another good thing about the Kiro, this SAST or DAST based model is there. What is SAST and DAST? Is static assessment, vulnerability assessment. So what happened in industry, like if you are the developers, or if you write or build some code, when you upload those code to Git or somewhere else, there are so many security gaps. Let's say you have you have your own access key and security keys, right? Or maybe the connection string, user ID, password information hard coded in your your file, web config file or config file. Then if you upload to somewhere, then you are compromising or exposing your credentials to the world, right? So it will detect, it will tell you that, okay, I cannot upload, or there's a warning like, you are already using your credentials open to the world, or you're exposing open to the world. So this kind of um, what should I say, like DevSecOps, the part of DevSecOps tools, it is there inbuilt, so that for any developers, the vulnerability assessment, it is built. Even let's say you are using some of the previous or outdated framework, or maybe outdated modules you imported, okay, or SDKs or whatever. So it will detect like, okay, these might be some of the known vulnerabilities, so that better you fix. So it is integrated, those kind of control inside this IDE. Okay, very cool features, very cool ID actually. Then under the security, there's a lot of security checks. It is there, right? Extensions, you can install actually extensions, different extensions that we do, right? For the development, let's say I want to install some of the Git extensions or some of the third-party extensions, right? If you just go and um, enter the extensions, the whole list of different extensions will come up, and you can install these extensions inside this ID. Okay. Okay, here some of the issue. You see the now install dependency and verify the build, and I need to install npm again install. Okay, and and the let's say once you are done and complete this build, then you can easily upload or push or publish your code base to Git from the ID straight. Okay, and very easy steps. If you have the Git repo, you simply follow the let's say you even don't know how to publish your repo to GitHub. Okay, let's say you are not developer, you have not taken any DevOps training. Okay, so it will also tell you the step-by-step process. How can you publish or push your Git your repo to your Git repo, your source code to the Git repo. Um, I'm not sure because in 45 minutes, whole lot of things I cannot show you, but at least my suggestions, you have to install, download and install and play around with that. Definitely will try to see this application that we are trying to build. And also I'll try to show you some of some of the applications I built using completely using Kiro. And now people are using these applications. Okay.
Can I ask something? Like sometimes AWS gives you ready to use apps onto
Uh-huh.
their portal. Can we export those apps into this and then make changes to those apps?
Very good question. So absolutely. So let's say AWS has given you a cloud formation template, right? Which we call quick start. Okay. So what you can do, you can import those quick start in a JSON or YAML here. Okay. Basically, you have to create a folder and just maybe the copy that particular YAML or whatever the format you have, and then you can say, okay, based on this, I want to restructure, or I want to redesign this. Okay, and definitely then you can create on your own. So there are many customers, they asked like I have a sample code, okay, with me. Let's say they have downloaded from GitHub a different application from different publisher they have uploaded. So they actually imported to this quick Kiro, and then they have completely restructured the code. Let's say initially it was the IS based, typical EC2 databases. So these days are gone, right? Because I'm also not using EC2 these days very much. It is new normal. There's nothing interesting to put in VM based architecture, right? People are thinking from thinking the microservices architecture. So you can completely tell Kiro, okay, this is the IAS, but can you create S3, Dynamo, CloudFront, step functions kind of combination? So it will completely change your environment, okay, with those microservices architecture as well. Okay, here is the issue. So it is saying something is happening. Maybe I need to exit. So does it answer to your question, Sadia, right? Yeah. So you can actually.
Yes, thank you.
Any more questions?
Sir, actually, in uh, free version, like how many token it's allowed to,
Yeah, yeah,
prompt?
good question. Yeah, so when you sign up, every month you will get the 50, credits. In the 50 credits, that means if I just go back and just go to pricing tab, so anybody can get the 50 credits per month, and 50 credits, I can tell you, it is very good to build small applications, prototype. Okay. um, and this is something you can do, but if you also, I think you will get some of the bonus credits, if you use put, yeah, 20 credited towards a subscription when you first upgrade to paid. Okay, I think if you are not going for paid, then you are not getting another $20, but this 50, sorry, another sorry, these another credit, but 50 credits you will get, you know for that.
Got it, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
one more thing, like
Yes, yes, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, suppose I want to mention some post MySQL to Postgres migration.
Yeah.
So it will generate that, sorry, it will first go for the validity or validity check. Then it will
Yes.
create the scripts and everything, is it?
Yes. First, it will assess your existing
Yeah,
source.
sorry.
Okay. Let's say data type ho gaya and all stuff, right? Let's say it will check lot of, area.
Hmm.
Like data type is one of the area, like PostgreSQL, those data type cannot be available. Your schema level
Yeah,
changes. So when
correct.
when it checks, like, maybe 50% can be converted, 50% cannot
Mhm.
be converted. So also it will tell you.
Okay, okay. So whatever you are doing manually, so it will be accessibility
Of
accessibility.
course,
Okay.
of course, of course.
Okay,
So
just like data migration assessment happen DMA tool in.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I
Oh,
can tell you another thing. I know it's not part of this Kiro exercise or webinar. There's another tool called AWS Transform. Okay, it is typically
okay.
built for .NET and MS SQL to the Linux or PostgreSQL. Okay, I'm also
Okay.
planning to conduct a hands-on workshop maybe sometime next month. But
Mhm.
this is typically that would be much better than
Mhm.
Kiro. Like, it is completely designed for those kind of complex. Let's say you have got a 500 stored procedures. Let's say a lot of complex tree, functions. It will also, convert, Krishna, for those.
Yes, correct. That got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So does it answer, Argo, your question? Like, you got a 50 credits per month.
Uh, yes, I got it properly. And one more thing, I just wanted to know, like
Hmm.
in WinSAP and the GitHub Copilot, like we are getting the same kind of option. Like what is the difference between
What are the difference between what with?
like this Kiro and that WinSAP and the GitHub Copilot?
Yeah, okay. So Copilot is extremely powerful like Kiro. So, but these are from the Microsoft offering. So Kiro is from the AWS offering. I'm not saying that Copilot it's good or bad, but Copilot is equally good. But whatever we are discussing, it's a Kiro. But the same lot of, same kind of functionality you will also get in Copilot, Microsoft Copilot.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it's up to you which one. Probably if you are AWS aligned, so so probably you can go for the, this Kiro.
Got it, sir.
Yeah.
Devajit, hi, hello.
Yeah. Hi. Who's
One
this?
one question.
Yeah. Yeah. Please. Go ahead.
We have one migration, DB migration in real time, where they ask is to migrate a Oracle schema to Postgres.
Yes. Correct.
So there is a dependency that we have only the AWS SCT tool with us
Uh-huh.
in the project. So that tool is converting the schema, but it is not able to ingest it into the Postgres.
Postgre.
In this scenario, I mean, if we have Kiro, then will Kiro do both jobs?
You may try, because if I say yes, probably that would be over a commitment. I have never tested Kiro for the Oracle to PostgreSQL complex migrations. Okay,
Hmm.
but you may explore this Kiro whether it will help you or not. Okay, because SCT is also very powerful offering from DMS, right?
Hmm.
And SCT also, has a lot of capability. But as I
Yeah.
said, like, I think instead of using Kiro, you may use the transform service. Okay. So it has got a lot of database related. I can show you probably AWS transform. Also, there's a workshop link there. AWS transform. This is very another good tool for those kind of conversion, because it will automatically create your DMS. It will automatically understand and build the SCT analyze, and then you can it will also try to convert your the Oracle to this one.
Yeah.
Postgres.
Because right now, I mean, since morning that migration is happening. So what we are doing is everything manual. Like we are taking export from the Oracle database, putting it in an NFS server, and we are with SFTP passwordless, we are moving it to the S3 bucket. From S3 to the EC2. From EC2, we are connecting to the Postgres database, and we are executing the copy command, and we are doing table by table. So it
Okay,
took.
I have a suggestion for you. Are you from the end customer side, or you are the partner for some company? Because why I'm saying so, for this kind of job, you will get the AWS specialist team support as well. Okay, so why don't you call your some of the AWS account SA? Okay, so they can align some database migration specialist. They can work with you. Okay. So I think that will be better. Whatever you're doing, it's okay. It's great learning,
It's
maybe for
already
you.
done. And so
Oh,
from
great,
morning
great.
10 a.m. till 5 p.m. it is all over. Now we have handed over to the test team. I mean the application team. They are doing sanity checks.
Perfect, perfect. I mean, in future, if you need this kind of, if you have this kind of situations, I would suggest that you can take the AWS direct help. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks, David. Yeah.
no problem. So you see that the entire application has been created. I'm not sure. Let's say if I just click on the local host and here you go. So it has given a different name. You can change the edu admit or whatever, but it has created this nice UI, and I can apply for admissions. I can, if I have admin, I can also see the dashboard. Let's say if I go for um, this admission, I'm the student. Yeah, I mean, here is not any login page, any sign up for different module, but yeah. So whatever. I'm just randomly picking anything. Okay. Yeah, still going up. I am, I'm not very young. Anyways, just jokes apart. State is maybe 15. And this one, and then if I just go and next, so it will be asking all of these, address, everything. So let's say I'm student, West Bengal, pin code, academic, let's say maybe randomly. Three. Oh, okay. And submit. So this is my application's ID. Okay, maybe. And if I just go and view in admin dashboard, and now you see that out of the box within few minutes, we have built this dashboard. Maybe it doesn't have any proper database, etc. It is maybe it's storing in the same, same applications, but you can create the database, something like that. You see that some of the dummy data like Devajit, Arjun Mehta, Priya Sharma, these are all different students. They got enrolled with this. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll go and say, okay, this is pretty okay. I want a database. I want a proper PostgreSQL database. and I need, or maybe this one. Let's say, let's go by that. So it is understanding my existing stack and gathering informations. Okay. And now it is trying to execute another, now basically database for DB. So you see that on my left hand side, it's getting updated. And now it's creating a schema.sql. It is done. You may also refresh sometime and see if it's done or not. Okay, still, okay, it's creating the seed.sql file. So if you are the developer and have some of the knowledge about development, not like very strong development as expert, still you do a bug. There's a kind of you can do a run and debug basically. So those option is also there. A kind of proper debugging functions. Okay. If you go there, you will see there's a breakpoint, that usually we do, right? In all breakpoints for the development. So this is something the breakpoints also you can do. So it's complete ID. Along with that, it is a very, agentic AI based, ID. Just stay for a couple of more minutes and let's see. Okay. Meanwhile, what I'll do, there's a tool called Quick in Amazon. Okay. So this Quick, I just go and quickly launch that. Can launch, or this Quick also, you can use, I think this is for general people. You need to sign up. So it is a GenAI for AWS. Okay. So chat GPT, sorry about that. So it is a simple chat GPT but it's Amazon product. But let's say right now some issue, what I can show you. Let's say I want, let's say I want to know some of the sample. Let's not build this as of now and cancel. So I'm okay that I'm not going to do this. And let's say, give me some sample ideas to use Kiro CLI. So using the Kiro CLI, you can do a lot of things, but it is also showing you what you can achieve using, let's say you want to review some of the peer diff and flag security issues, or maybe from data analytics perspective, you can parse this CSV and give me summary with the anomaly, some kind of, compare those JSON config differences. You can write a GitHub Actions workflow for my Node.js app. So many, things you can do using this CLI. So it under the DevOps and infrastructure, you see that if you have a Docker file, you can create a Docker file for the Python project, or you can generate an enter cloud formation template for VPC for public private subnet. So basically, let's say if you want to do, I want to deploy multi-AZ Oracle on RDS, okay, in AWS, create a cloud formation template for me with proper security control, maybe. Sorry, control. I don't know. I've just randomly I thought, and let's see. So um, if you don't know how to create the YAML or cloud formations, there's a lot of lines of code you want to create, or maybe you want to create some bash shell script or some kind of PowerShell script. You don't know. You just simply, call as a English, plain English. It will create everything for you, and you simply go and deploy that. You see that? It has created the entire, cloud formations YAML template. You just upload and run in AWS, and your multi-AZ RDS instances will get launched with VPC install, proper subnetting, proper KMS keys, security groups, proper subnetting, parameter groups, options groups, and roles. How
Okay.
nice is
Can
this?
I ask,
Hmm.
like
Please.
Salesforce is like they are updating their like security, and one of their requirements is to put the phishing resistance MFA. So can I ask this? I need to create the CA where I can import the certificates for the users.
I don't know. Because this is a different use case. Why don't you try? Because there are
Okay.
n number of use cases there in the market. Probably you can ask this in this CLI
Okay.
and get this. Yeah.
Fine. I will.
All right, guys. So I think 5:51, and let's see if our um, this last database part is there or not. A couple of more comments we need to execute maybe. Yep. So I'll upload this entire today's video on our YouTube channel. Okay, you may get um, access to these videos. Okay, and I'll also share the link of the YouTube video. Whoever registered, whoever not registered, I don't know. I will share in our main egain group, and also individual email will go out by Joy, so by which you can get the link. Okay. So now tell me, which are the things you are, I mean, you still think like what kind of tool you may build, or how you can use, Kiro, CLI or ID. Maybe, I asked this question to one of the business customers, and she said that, okay, I will try to build a Sensex equity share Sensex tool. Like it will tell me, probably it will go and connect the MCP server for Indian stock exchange if it allows, and then it will tell me the forecast of my HDFC Bank security equity, I mean shares, maybe in next 2 years, based on the past Sensex parameters. So it's very nice, and she built actually. She's completely non-tech, lady, but she built by this Kiro. So what are the thought process, or what sort of ideas now you have? Probably if you get 1 minute time each, and tell me that, okay, I'm trying to build something using this Kiro. Maybe we can start with Krishna.
Hello.
Yeah, Krishna. Are you
Uh,
thinking something or planning something to, build using this kind of tool, or still you are thinking, or maybe it
no,
will
no.
be helpful?
Yeah, this migration tool, I'm
Mm,
thinking because Oracle do also Postgres is going on,
yeah.
so it will be help. So I
Mm,
will try. I will try. What are the challenges we are facing?
yes. Yeah,
If
yeah,
it is,
of course.
because if it is works, then it is good. Because when there is a very complicated functionality is written in the procedure and everything, that is
Yeah.
so we'll look that one actually, but it will help. At least
Good.
the early level assessment will be happened, then
Yes.
we can go further.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So, okay, it is done actually. So it also created a README file for us. Okay. And you see that my entire applications now has backend, which is proper PostgreSQL locally running. So this is the database. You can see that you can go and check the environments where DB host, DB port, admissions, etc. at the source side. So you can now go and check using that, but it will have now backend in a PostgreSQL something. Um, I'll have another 5 more minutes. So, Moin, would you like to, or maybe anybody is thinking something, and maybe you can leverage this Kiro using CLI or ID. You may, share your thoughts here in this forum. Otherwise, we can wrap up.
Yeah, regarding this vulnerability management, in
Yeah.
some way or the other, Kiro will be helpful or not, that I have to check.
Yes.
Because there are more than 50K vulnerabilities. Yesterday only the report has come.
Oh
So
my God.
those are sitting on our head. So
Yeah.
in that area, I need to check if Kiro can help with any means. That is
Yes.
something. And migrations already I discussed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very nice two use cases. Correct. Correct. Okay, that's all for today, guys. If you don't have any kind of plan right now, but I would strongly suggest, if you would like to stay in the IT industry, I know theory will not help. You spend some time and gets your hands dirty to do something. Maybe you may play around with. I don't mind if you use Copilot. I don't mind if you use Kiro, but at least spend some time, do hands-on. Okay, do something, build something, and so that you'll get to know the IT trends, and it will help you for you. Thank you so much, and have a nice weekend.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank